Hello everybody, this is Mr. Videos I Make, and today I'm gonna, like I said yesterday, I was gonna talk about The Dark Knight Rises, and just want to say real quick, I realized when I was watching the video, I actually said The Batman Rises, and I'm sorry for that because it's actually The Dark Knight Rises, which was a mistake, of course. Now, before I made this video, I was thinking a few questions, what I should say and what I think about The Dark Knight Rises. So, in The Dark Knight Rises, I said yesterday I was gonna say, what I want to see in it, what I want there to be, and I was thinking about it, and a few things that I like to see in this movie is, of course, related to some of the comics, but I don't think they're gonna do that, but it doesn't really matter. But I know, of course, the director is gonna be Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Christopher Nolan, not Christian Bale. That's the actor. That's who's playing Bruce Wayne and Batman, of course. Christopher Nolan's a good, amazing director. He's good. So he's gonna direct this movie, of course. And I've also checked online, and I saw. Well, the movie's gonna come out on July 20th, 2012, and I was just reading on what's it called again? IMDb, and I was reading a few things, and before I got online, I knew that Bane was gonna be in it, Catwoman was gonna be in it, and I know Catwoman is gonna be played as Anne Hathaway, and Bane, I can't remember his name. Where is it? Bane's gonna be. Tom Hardy's gonna be playing as Bane. I haven't seen many movies with Tom Hardy. I'm not really familiar with his work, so I would like to see how Christopher Nolan makes his movie using Bane, because Bane is actually a big, strong guy, also a genius. So I would like to see how they use him in this movie. Now back to Catwoman. I hope, Anne Hathaway, when I saw she was going to play Catwoman, I was so happy about it, because I think it was in Batman Begins or Batman Returns, I can't remember which movie it was, that it was Catwoman. I forgot who she played, I forgot who Catwoman was, and it was Penguin in it. That movie was I actually pretty liked the movie. It was pretty okay. But when I saw Anne Hathaway in some screenshots, she looks amazing as Catwoman, so I'm really happy about that. Now, let me see who else. Also, according to IMDb, I saw Scarecrow's gonna be in this movie, and it's not a fact. I'm not sure. It was last night. I was looking this up just really fast. I didn't really read a lot. I just saw that Scarecrow might be in this movie. I forgot who the actor was. I can't really remember. So I just saw Scarecrow be in the movie. Bane and Catwoman can be in this movie for sure. So far, I think those are the only two villains that are going to be in the movie. Hopefully there's more, and if it's not a big problem, because I think the movie's going to be pretty good. Now, something that I would have liked to see in this movie was the Joker again, but the only problem was, sadly that, the actor, what's his name again? Heath Ledger, he passed away, of course. I can't remember what it was. I think it was overdose on drugs or something like that. It was really sad when I saw that he died. But it's really bad because because I was reading, and I think this is Christopher Nolan's last Batman movie. Kind of upset about that, but I think the only reason why it is because I think he had ideas of putting the Joker more in these movies, and you can't replace the Joker. You can't replace him. Well, they could get a bunch of impersonators to act like the best as they can, but they can't do it because Heath Ledger made that Joker. Because that Joker, because the Joker is pretty much a psychopath who had a horrible childhood, horrible life, and he's just a psycho. And Heath Ledger put that psycho in the Joker. He showed everybody who the Joker really is, and I'm really happy about that. But unfortunately, they can't really replace him anymore. They can't do that because in the movie, the Joker didn't die; he was captured. So from seeing that movie, I knew Christopher Nolan wanted to bring back the Joker, and maybe not in The Dark Knight Rises, but probably in any future Batman movies that he was planning to make. But unfortunately, can't do that because Heath Ledger passed away. So that's pretty sad that happened, because they could look for a bunch of actors, they would never find an actor like he did. Now, another thing I would like to say is, another question that I wrote down here was, do I think this movie is going to be better than The Dark Knight? And honestly, I don't think it's going to be better as The Dark Knight, because The Dark Knight is actually one of my favorite movies. Like, when I first saw it, it was immediately my favorite movie. The reason why I don't think this is going to be better is because, one, the Joker. That was one of the things. And also, like I said earlier, like in Dark Knight Rises, I saw some screenshots. It was just Bane. I saw a video. It was Bane and Batman fighting a bunch of police officers and prisoners. I think that's what happened. I was just watching a little bit of video, and that scene looks really, really nice. But I was also watching old behind the scenes of when that has when it was Christian Bale, when the scenes it was Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, and the bond that they had was Batman and Joker. With that bond, that was just making it crazy. And I don't think they're gonna have that same bond with Tom Hardy and Christian Bale. I don't know, but hopefully they can make the movie much, much better with using Catwoman in it. I just want to see how they're gonna use Catwoman in this movie. I only seen screenshots. I haven't seen any videos of it, but so far it looks pretty good, because Catwoman is like a seducing kind of villain, and Batman isn't easily seduced, but some of the games and some of the comics, she does get to his head. She does get it in his head. But I like to see how they use Bane. I wonder if they're gonna use Bane and Catwoman in a scene, because if they do that, that's gonna be pretty interesting. Also, let me see another thing here that I wrote down. Going back to the question, what I like to see in this movie. Like I said before, I would like to see more things in the comics the comics that were before that I've read. I can't really remember. It was quite a while ago when I read them, but I do know that in the comics they know what they're doing. The comic book writers gonna be good. So I've yet to see a movie, superhero movie, in fact that uses a lot of the ideas from the comics into a movie. And if Christopher Nolan does this in this movie, it's gonna be my other favorite movie. But do I think this movie's gonna be better than The Dark Knight? I don't know, because like I said, the Joker. I think Christopher Nolan wanted the Joker in this movie, and if not this movie, probably in any other movie. So yeah. But either way, I'm gonna watch it. Doesn't matter. I'm a big fan, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. And also, since I saw this is gonna be his last movie, I don't know why, because maybe we'll see when we go see it. When I go see it on July 20th, 2012, I'm gonna find out why it's gonna be his last movie. It could either be because of personal reasons or because of just a movie. I'm not sure. Because there's two different directions he could go. He could go the direction of how the comics went, or he could go directly in his own way. Because if he goes in his own way, he could just continue. But if he's going in the comic books, it's going to be very different. So I like to see how Christopher Nolan puts Bane, Catwoman, and Batman in a scene to see how this works. Another thing I wanted to say was Harvey Dent, which is Two-Face. I can't remember, because the last time I saw The Dark Knight, it was I think it was a few months ago I saw it. I think it was last month I saw it. And I'm kind of blanking out, though. I should have watched it last night to just remember. But I don't remember if he died in the movie. I think Two-Face died. Yeah, I think he did die. But if he didn't die in this movie, in the Dark Knight, if Harvey Dent didn't die in that movie, I wonder how it would work in this movie. But since he's already dead, it can't happen. But if Two-Face didn't die, I wonder how they would have put him with Bane and Catwoman. It would have been kind of difficult to do it, but I know I could see Christopher Nolan trying to do it. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it on some of these things. Oh, also, James Gordon. About him, I saw in the trailer that he's in a hospital, and like they showed him. I can't remember. I think it is him in the hospital, and I don't know what happened to him. I'm not sure if he's sick or if he was shot or if Bane kicked his ass. I don't know. But if Bane kicked his ass, that's gonna be kind of difficult to work with. But if he's sick, I wonder how they're gonna use that though. Because, James Gordon, of course, he knows Batman, and he has that thing with Batman as well, and Gotham City, of course. So I wonder. The big question is, I want to know what is going on with Gordon. The reason why they're not saying that is because for two reasons. One, they don't want to spoil it, and two, that answer might be the answer to what's going on in the entire movie. So the movie could be based on basically of what happened to James Gordon, and how this happened to him and what caused this. And that's gonna be part of the story, of course. And of course, Bane is also gonna be a huge part of the story. And I wonder if they're going to bring the idea of, again, that how Batman lost his family and stuff, because they did put it in other movies, in Batman and Robin with George Clooney, and that movie that was not my favorite Batman movie. I'm going to put The Dark Knight to the side. I just want to talk about Batman and Robin real quick. That movie had Bane, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and I think that was it. Is it? And the Riddler? Was the Riddler in that? I think the Riddler was in that too. I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I've seen it. I think the Riddler was in it. I'm not sure. Right. I'm really not sure. I don't think he was. But anyway, they use those three villains, and they used them kind of wrong, because Bane in that movie, they used Bane as like the muscle, and he was like the Hulk kind of. He was like the Hulk, yeah, like Hulk. He was like kind of an idiot. Kind of like he was like the muscle, like to break stuff, beat up people, stuff like that. He was like an idiot version of the Hulk, and that's not really Bane. That's what kind of pisses me off about that movie, because Bane is actually this. He is a strong, big, tough guy, but he's also a super genius. Because in the movie, in the very beginning of the movie, he's this prisoner, like this very skinny guy that I don't think they put any backstory to this guy, this big strong guy, because he was just like they put these like venomous things in him. I think it was called I can't remember what Titan, is that what it's called? That's in the games actually. I'm sorry. Never mind, that was in the games. Well, they put this thing in him, like it's a super strong kind of steroid kind of thing in him. It's like a drug. And when they put it in, in his veins and stuff like that, he became this huge, strong guy, but wearing this mask and these pipes in his back so he could keep functioning and keep, being this strong guy. But they didn't use it well, because that's not what he is. Of course he's a strong guy, but he's also a genius. And that will piss me off about, Batman and Robin. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it about The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. I don't have anything else to say about it. This is pretty short. I thought it was going to be much, much longer by it. I think that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. Scarecrow. I want to talk about Scarecrow real quick. I don't really know a lot about Scarecrow. He's not really my favorite villain sort of thing. My favorite villain is the Riddler and the Joker. But Scarecrow, in the Dark Knight, he showed up. He was there, but I think they can use Scarecrow much more, because Scarecrow, basically what he is, he's also another psychopath, but he gets into people's minds. He could mess you up, is actually, because in Arkham Asylum, in the game Arkham Asylum, he was this guy who did mind games on you, and he just got in Batman's head and just messed with him. So if they use kind of that idea in The Dark Knight Rising, which they say he's going to be in the movie, I would like to see that. I don't want to see him, just appearing once. I don't want to see that. I think that's pretty much it for, talking about that. Now I want to talk about villains that I want to see in future Batman movies. Now, the one villain that I want to see extremely bad is the Riddler. I want to see the Riddler again in a movie, because the only movie that I think he was in was Batman and Robin. And that was just bad. Jim Carrey, I'm sorry, I can't think of what movie he was in. I'm not 100% sure he was in that movie. He was in a Batman movie, I know, and it was played by Jim Carrey. I'm totally blanking out on what it is. Doesn't matter. Jim Carrey played as a Riddler, and he played the Riddler amazing. He's the Riddler, basically. When I think the Riddler in a movie, I think of Jim Carrey. And if they use Jim Carrey again, because Jim Carrey is pretty old now, he's getting older, and I don't think they can make him the Riddler again, but they can try. Also, I talked to one of my friends, and I told him, besides Jim Carrey, who else do you see has the Riddler? And he said Johnny Depp. And I was thinking, why Johnny Depp? So I went online and I typed in, if you go on Google and you type in the Riddler and you go to images, some of the images come out has people made, or I don't know, it's probably fake, has Johnny Depp has the Riddler. And if they use that in the movie, I would like to see how, Johnny Depp works as the Riddler, because I don't see him as the Riddler, honestly. I don't see him like that. Because I think they're gonna put an entire different appearance on the Riddler, because Johnny Depp has that long hairstyle, kind of cool style, stand up, kind of loose kind of deal with him. But the Riddler isn't like that. He's this guy in this question mark outfit, short, kind of reddish hair. No, sorry, not reddish hair. I think it was reddish style kind of hair, and I don't think Johnny Depp has that style. So if he's in the movie, I won't mind, but I like to see other actors playing as him. I think that's pretty much it for today. I think I'm good talking about, I thought I was gonna continue talking about it, but I don't have any other things in mind. It'll probably come to me later. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about yet. I'll think about it. But, I'll start thinking of what ideas to make. I think that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's my knowledge on Batman. Actually, tomorrow I might just talk about the games. I might just talk about Arkham City. I'm not gonna say what happened. I'm just gonna talk about some of the villains, some of the things that I would like to see, because I know Rocksteady's gonna make another game, and in this game, Arkham City, you're in Arkham City, you're not in Gotham City. And I'd like to see Rocksteady put Batman in Gotham City, because Arkham City, that map is pretty big, but Gotham City is huge. And Gotham City, that's where everybody is. That's where Robin is. That's where Alfred is. That's where the Batcave is. That's where probably Batman could drive around in his Batmobile. I would love to see that. So if Rocksteady makes another Batman game putting Batman in Gotham City, I would love to see that. So I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. So I think that's pretty much it. See, I was talking for quite a while, so I'm gonna stop it here, and bye, and thanks for watching.